pretty much let's move on to baseball. A lot of baseball news, and it's hard to believe we are towards the end. We are a month away from spring training. And the Mets hire a new manager with the Carlos Beltran the Houston Astros situation. Carlos Beltran did the Mets a favor. Say, you know what? I'm not going to be a distract. I don't want to be a distraction to the team. And you know what? I think what Carlos Beltran did, and maybe this is me. Call me naive, whatever you want. Call me naive. I think Carlos Beltran showed that he has integrity. He showed that he has integrity, because if he would have still been the manager of the Mets going into the season, the Mets would have looked like straight up horses' asses. Simple as that. The Mets, this was the last thing you need. And to me, he showed that he either a classic or he has integrity. And because Carlos Beltran could have stayed there and wait till Brody Van Wagen and fire him, but he didn't do that. He said, you know what? I'm going to do y'all a favor and get the hell out of here. What if he tell the truth or not? We don't know. But the cheating scandal is really messed up for the Houston Astros. So speaking of the Astros, AJ Hinch and the general manager, I forgot what's his name. I don't remember what's his name on top of my head. But the fact that, and it's the same thing like with the New Orleans Saints in 2009. Remember with the bounty hunt, with the defensive players was putting on bounties for the New Orleans Saints back in 2009 on these Super Bowl days. That's what it comes to mind when I think about the Houston Astros. When I think about the Houston Astros and the stealing signs that's been going on for the past 50 years. The MLB put the hammer down right away. Losing a couple of draft picks, paying $1 billion, $50 billion. Maybe I got the numbers wrong. $50 million fine. Losing a couple of draft picks, that really hurts. And the new commissioner sent a message clear as days, saying if anybody participate in this nonsense again, the repercussion is going to be more worse than the first. That's basically what the commissioner said. And for AJ Hinch, they're gonna be they're not getting back in baseball. They're not getting back in baseball. No question. They're not gonna get back in baseball no time soon. But this is, I mean, this is hypocritical. It'll be stupid to say. Is it? I want to say damaging to the. It's not damaging to the game. It's not the white world. But to me, that World Series that the Houston Astros have won is tainted, and it's not going to be talked about as much. And can we forget about the Game 4? That means we can't bring up the 2017 Game 4 when the Astros won 22-21 World Series, so we can't bring that up. Anything that the Astros do, Jose Altuve was tainted, and the only team that could really moan and groan about it, let's face it, is the New York Yankees, because Joe Girardi come on and groan. The Dodgers can't really moan and groan. About it as far as who have a leg to stand on, who have the right to bitch and feel like we've been ripped off. The Yankees have the right to feel ripped up. But let me stay with let me state how tainted how the Houston Astros tarnish their legacy as far as being remembered. This is probably going to be forgotten about as far as, because number one, they cheated. Let's face it, science stealing is cheating. There's no ifs, ands about it. It's just like, to me, basically, this is worse than steroids. This is worse than steroids. And they probably won't get into the Hall of Fame. And Alex Cora and Carlos Beltran, they stepped out. At least the Red Sox, on the other hand, to me, they didn't mess around. They let Alex Cora go, who was one of the managers at the time. So it really messed up, and the owner, Mike Kane was, by firing Hinch and the general manager. To me, that shows me that he was blindsided and he was innocent. And he was really pissed off, obviously. No manager, no owner in any sport or nobody likes to be blindsided like this. And the thing that really jumps at me the most, that I don't feel sorry for the Houston Astros, y'all was told to stop. You was being warned. The commissioner, Rob Manfred, gave you a warning to stop it, and y'all guys didn't. And it's the same thing, like I said before, it's the same thing what the New Orleans Saints did when Roger Goodell, now basically like the NFL told Gary Williams, or tell Sean Payton of the New Orleans Saints, and told Greg Williams, hey, I know what you're doing. Y'all better cut it out, or you'll deal with the consequences. And that's exactly what happened. So he deal with the consequences. Now, you can't bitch and moan about it. And do I need to hear from Scott Boras about, I don't know if y'all see this, folks. Do we need to hear from Scott Boras talking about the Astros don't need to apologize for stealing sign? The apology is really not necessary. Someone need to tell Scott Boras to shut the hell up. Seriously. Someone need to tell Scott Boras to shut up. Because he sounds completely idiotic. If I'm any players, I want to say not a word. If you know what you did was wrong, take the punishment and keep your mouth shut. That's it. Keep your mouth shut. And own up what you did. Simple as that. That's what the Astros have to do if you're the man. You don't need Scott Boras to tell you, and you won't. And one last thing, if the Astros is going to try to look wrong and strong, they're going to look like horses' asses, plain and simple. Let's stay with the now as far as congratulations and the Hall of Fame, Derek Jeter, Larry Walker. I mean, Larry Walker is Hall of Famer, but I don't know. When I need to hear Tim Kircher talk about, it took Larry Walker. What take Larry Walker so long? He shouldn't be taking so long to get into the Hall of Fame. First of all, I'm not sure if Larry Walker is first ballot Hall of Famer. He's not he's a Hall of Famer, yes, but he's not first ballot. Let's calm down, okay? This is not Stan Musial we're talking about. This is not Mariano Rivera. We're talking about Larry Walker. Let's calm down for a second, okay? Andre Dawson. But Derek Jeter, in the last 20 years, one of the most beloved Yankees, since Babe Ruth, or pretty much George DiMaggio. But the most beloved Yankee of the whole 90s team, no question about it. Everybody and their mama loved Jeter. Because he get all the ladies, and the ladies was feeling him. I remember when I was in high school, how many women it was Yankee fans because of Derek Jeter, how good looking man he is. But he was a tremendous baseball player. But y'all gonna rip me for this. I'm not sure he's a Hall of Famer. I'm not sure he's a Hall of Famer. I'm sorry. I'm not sure he's a Hall of Famer. But they both got in. Larry Walker, congratulations to them and stuff like and so forth, you know. Now with basketball, did anybody see the Kansas State brawl? I found out the punishment this morning. I don't know the players that much, but one had eight game suspension. One against. Excuse me. I apologize, folks, for yawning so much. I really, really apologize for yawning so much. One was for three months. One for 8 months. 8 months suspension. I mean, we almost towards the 8 game suspension, 3 game suspensions, and so forth. You know, but I was thinking when I saw the brawl, Call me crazy. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, but they pick it up and on. But I need to hear these self-righteous whoever was doing the game, even though Fran from the ESPN, he said it's not good for the game and stuff like that. Sports fans, can I send a message for sports fans? Let's stop acting like this is not the first time a brawl happened in any sport. A brawl eventually sometimes happens. It happens. Let's stop acting like, oh my God, this is the thing that really gets me annoyed about some people who are sports fans. They're going, oh my God, I can't believe this. I can't believe this happened. It's freaking sports. Let's calm the freak down. Come on, man. You know, but it really did I will admit it did get out of hand, and the suspension was held right away. And Bill Self said this is unacceptable. It's basically saying this is unacceptable. We don't condone this type of thing and all that stuff and all that. But whatever. Now as far as the NBA. Zion Williamson, on a losing effort, had 22 points, 7 rebounds. 7 rebounds. I mean, he had the game, let's be honest, that you expected to be. And LeBron is continuing to be LeBron. And LeBron is going to pass Kobe for the NBA all-time scoring list. And the Lakers are continuing to roll, and I expect they continue to roll against Brooklyn tonight, where they go all the way to the Barclays Center to face the Brooklyn Nets. And with that, that's going to do it for this edition of Drew Mania Live. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you want to listen to this episode again, please go to Spreaker.com, type in the keyword Andrew L. Perry. Once again, go to Spreaker.com, type in the keyword Andrew L. Perry. And as always, follow my show on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. Go to Apple Podcasts, listen to and type in the keyword Andrew L. Perry, and go to Google Podcasts as well. You can listen both my podcasts there. And with that, and till next time, folks, this is Andrew Perry, always saying to you, Shalom Let peace go with you. And I'll talk to you in the next Drew Mania Live. So long, everybody. Enjoy the